Oh, that is the hardest I have laughed in a movie theater in what feels like a decade. It's probably not been that long, but wow, that was so needed. You are now entering the missing frame. I just watched Jackass Forever, and it's a legacy crew meets the new cast members, the new stunt performers, whatever you want to call them. And right out of the gate, I was a little bit worried that the new cast would be too featured, it would be like too focused on them, but rest assured, this is a Jackass movie through and through, and it feels like they didn't miss a beat at all, even though technically it was like 12 years. The Jackass franchise has been a part of my life since I was a kid. I was seeing the warnings that they would put up on screen and taking them as a challenge as my friends and I would film each other trying to recreate shopping carts or whatever the stunt may have been. I definitely got hurt more than a few times, and you could say that I have strong ties to the series and a want for it to continue, even though I know it can't, at least with the original cast forever. Hey, that's the title of the movie. Maybe that's what they were driving at there, with the fact that Jackass Forever, even though it's not feasible for them to go forever. What can one really say about a Jackass film? Was it bloody? Was it brutal? Were there lots of dicks being put in compromising situations? And the answer to all of those things is yes, because if there's one thing that I've known to be true, it's that pain is always going to be funny, especially when people have signed contracts to be in pain or to be put in perilous situations. The new cast members are actually really funny and they're not distracting, and I didn't feel like they were just trying to grab the screen away from Johnny Knoxville, from Wee Man, from Steve-O, from Chris Pontius, from all of the other returning members. And I have to say, I'm really impressed with how much the original cast actually did. It still felt like they were holding the reins in the driver's seat, controlling a lot of the stunts, a big part of the majority of them. And Aaron, oh my god, you're gonna feel bad for that dude by the end of the movie. But definitely go into this movie expecting to laugh a ton, because I didn't think about anything else the entire time I was there. And if there's ever been a couple of year period where we just truly needed escapism, where we felt like we were somewhere else, like we're just hanging out with our friends that happen to beat each other up and hit each other in the balls and also do other stunts that involve human surfing and also some other stuff that I can't even really describe with words, this is escapism at its finest, and it made me laugh my ass off. There were a few times where it felt like they were trying to make the celebrity guests be a little bit too in the group and in the know with things. You had Machine Gun Kelly, Tyler the Creator, and several other famous people, and while that's definitely been a staple of the franchise in a way, I think there were a few moments in the middle of this movie, in the middle of all of the stunts happening, and whatever you want to call it, because it really is just a series of stunts with Jackass, right? There's no plot to the movie, but somewhere in the middle it did feel like they were maybe trying to shoehorn them in a little bit too much, and it took focus off of them, but it came back, so it really didn't bother me, it didn't take me out of it, and I have to admit, it was really satisfying to see Machine Gun Kelly get knocked the fuck out. Even after 20 years, you can really still feel the bond between the core group, the fact that they're having fun doing this, it doesn't feel contractually obligated, it felt like they were genuinely wanting to get the gang back together, and even without Ryan Dunn, who has since passed away, rest in peace, I cannot believe it's been more than 10 years at this point, and also the absence of Bam Margera. I had completely forgotten that he had been fired from the movie and wasn't a part of things, but I also wasn't actively thinking about it. In fact, it didn't register in my head until the end credits that he wasn't there. It seems like they really ramped up the production budget for some of the stunts, especially the opening and closing of this movie. It was just bonkers in the best way, but I also love that they didn't forget about the little things that we love about Jackass, whether it's the puking cameraman, or the taser coming out, or balls to the face, or getting hit in the balls, whatever it is. Just the small things in life. It's the little things. The report card is in, and I'm giving Jackass Forever an A. Is it the best one in the franchise? Probably not, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to stack and weigh out the best Jackass movies, but if you guys would be interested in seeing a ranking or something like that, then let me know in the comments. Please hit that like button, check out a couple of recent movie reviews on screen now, and I'll be back soon right here on The Missing Frame.